Hello everybody, welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today we're going to be talking about kitty cats. Mr. Brimaz here. He brings the tribe. Now, oh, it's like the only time I've ever seen, because I'm reading him and I'm like, yeah, every time he attacks you get a 1/1 cat, and every time he blocks you get a 1/1 cat. That's awesome. But they have vigilance, so I cannot use that Throne of the God Pharaoh because, most of the deck is going to be vigilant. So it would be really cool to get all the tokens and then do some damage. Yeah, but anyway, this is Tribal White Cats. So let's, I guess first, you probably know that the Tribal White Cats are somewhat of equipment favored. Of course, there's, Kimba's Legion, Raksha, Raksha, yeah. There's so many of those words that are so close together. You've got the Den Guard. All of these are, ones that deal with equipment. Because there's probably some more ribbon through here. The Leonin Elder kind of deals with equipment because they're artifacts. I guess you could gain some life off your contraptions too if you are going that route. But we'll do the equipment. Just there's no real powerhouse equipment here, but it's good stuff. Stratascythe can just end games by itself if it's unchecked. Cloak, the Vengeant. Man, I love a Chroma Sword. And those 1/1 tokens that Brimaz makes are perfect to wear this clamp. Come on, guy. Trust me, it fits. I promise. Veterans Armaments. Conda's Banner also not bad because, they're all white cats, so it's essentially a 4-mana +2/+2. Darksteel Axe. Dragon Throne, if you get that one big dude out there that, maybe you've got the Armored Ascension on a token or whatever, and you throw it on the throne. Then, of course, Darksteel Plate's probably reserved for your general. And then locks it on Warhammer. That rounds out our equipment-wise. Now, land, I normally don't do the basic land stuff, but I kind of want to point out the monocolor decks, and one thing that I don't normally do is show these. The monocolor decks, I'm going to run all of the white cycle, in this case, white cycling lands. The Meadow, the Steppe, and the New Line, the Desert of the True, because a lot of, if you draw them early, because this is not a real mana-intensive deck anyway, but if you draw them early, yeah, you can use them as your land, but on turn 17, a lot of times you just don't need to draw that land, and you can cycle it away. So that's why I'm using those. So let's get to the kitty cats. Now, big guys first, apparently. Spirit of the Hearth. All right, I guess. Jareth. A good general in his own right, but, he becomes a beast. The Dragoons. Blade of the Sixth Pride. Now, as far as vanilla creatures go, I love the way Future Sight did it. Each color had a vanilla creature, and I love the Future Sight border. I do. And that's the reason why the old Tarmogoyf is still worth so much, even though they reprinted it a gajillion times. And, Tarmogoyf's a good card and all. Step Links, Silvercoat. Philidar Sovereign. Here again, one day I'll get this off. One day. But until then, he pretty much draws their best removal spell. Sky Hunter, Skirmisher. Flying and Double Strike, with the amount of pump that we have in the deck with, equipment and whatnot, this is not bad. Sky Guard. Pathetic. Our instant creature that protects our whatever we're trying to save from that removal spell. That's exactly what this one is, because, that's what White Mane does. Healer of the Pride. the Explorer. Now, it really bothers me that this puts them in your hand and not on the battlefield, but, you know, I guess on the battlefield would be ridiculously broken. Sunspear Shikari. There's another one that deals with equipment. The Graceful Cat, Watchers of the Dead. We're getting into some Amonkhet stuff now. Now, this is not bad because, as you know, in our format, the graveyard is just an extension of the hand anyway. It's part of the hand that you can't, you know, make them discard or whatever. But this is really good. Got our champion for the deck. That's amazing. Sacred Cat, the Adorned Pouncer, Snarecaster, Skyhunter Prowler, Skyhunter Patrol. Now, Guardian Lines, yeah, I mean, we are kind of hurting for tribe members here, so that's why some of these are not exactly strong. You know, here again, a 2-mana 3/1 vanilla guy, and the Sun Striker. And I felt like I wanted at least one flyer in the deck, so I cheated and used a Changeling. Now, non-creature spells. We're going to start with our team things, you know, Martial's Anthem, Hall of Triumph, Honor of the Pure. We got to have our White Sun to, you know, just, it's an instant. Oh my gosh, it's so good at instant speed. Because it's just a blowout waiting to happen in the late game. Now, Coordinated Barrage is a 1-mana removal spell. I mean, that's just all it is. I don't have like a sword or a path in here because, you know, I don't have infinite number of those. But, you know, hey, Coordinated Barrage in a tribal deck is pretty good. Armored Ascension and Mass Calcify, Brave the Elements, all good white cards. And True Conviction, I forgot, that's also going to help our team. The Norn's Annex, you know, that's fine, I guess. It's a little overcosted for my liking. But I guess I can, you know, pay 4 life and get it out there for the same price as Ghostly Prison. Austere Command is the closest thing I have to a board wipe in the deck because, let's face it, we are committing creatures to the board, so it's not like I want to be, you know, blowing up everything. Well, except for the non-white thing. I like Austere Command. It can potentially solve whatever ails you. Ixalan's Binding. Anointed Procession, because, you know, we're making tokens, so we might as well make twice as many. Faith Fetters, Pacifism, O-Ring. Now, the Elixir. Patrician Scorn is a card that not a lot of people play. We don't have a whole lot of enchantments. Yeah, we got a few, but there are conceivable board states to where you don't have any, and you can play out your creature and then play this for free. Wow. Or maybe you white bolted something and then you can now play the Patrician Scorn for free. I like the Sun Lance. I use it, and I realize that I don't use Lightning Bolt in a lot of red decks, but I use Sun Lance in a lot of white decks simply because this is so unexpected. I mean, nobody expects the white deck to come out of nowhere and bolt a creature. So, also, our last card, another card that nobody expects the white deck to do is just counter a spell. It costs 1 more for the Memory Lapse. And now, it took me years to realize that Memory Lapse was a decent card, and it may actually be a awesome card now that I think about it. I mean, or have thought about it for, you know, since Homelands. But Lapse of Certainty and Memory Lapse both, you're not going to just counter the whatever. You're going to counter that game-ending spell, whether it's a super sorcery or creature, whatever, you know, something that you know, wow, that's going to, And it's going to buy you a turn because it goes back, it takes up a draw. Now, I guess it technically took up 2 draws. And all their mana that they spent for it is gone. Lapse of Certainty is a good card. Excuse me. But that's what I've got for Brimaz. Really don't have anything else in here. Here's one little thing. I'm using all the lands, all of this land here because, it's got cats on the giant cat. I don't know. I just thought it was fun. Anyway, that's what I've got. I do hope you enjoyed it. Y'all let me know what you think. We appreciate you watching, but right now,